Hey guys, welcome to Sun Vibes, where you get to discover your true authentic self. I'm your host, Ayasha Roberson, and on today's episode, we're talking about color psychology. Now, for those who don't know, I am a certified color therapist. I just became one towards the end of last year. So, we're going to be talking about colors and how they affect us in so many different ways, and how these colors also attract positivity to us. And we're going to be talking about how colors also affect our mood and affect. But however, on today's episode, this is going to be part two of color psychology, where I'll be just talking about basic colors, the positive attributes and negative attributes of those colors, some stones that have these colors as well, that shares these attributes, and how these colors affect us in our lives. So the last time we left off on silver. Today we're going to start with gold. And I love the color gold. Gold is the color that symbolizes money. When we see gold, it's a power couple. It's a color. It's a power couple. When you see gold onto people, when I think of gold, I think of a gold trophy. Like it's very powerful. It says something that when I feel that energy of gold, it says that that person is powerful, they're prestigious, they're just on this great, really vibrational energy of prestige and success. And that's what that color means to me. And that what it feels like when I keep on saying couple. So when I see gold, it feels like that power couple. For some reason, that's where my energy is going. And I keep on saying couple, even though I'm trying to say color. So let's start with the positive key words or attributes of gold. So I mentioned already the positives of gold could be abundance and power, ideals, wisdom and understanding. Now the negative keywords or attributes can be of gold, greed and deception, foolishness and fool's gold and treachery. That's why gold has that to it as well, because sometimes when people I notice with myself, because I'm a really good person when it comes to energy and just being empathic. Some people that also has that, I get a negative connotation with it as well. So it's telling me that the person is, greedy and deceitful and very foolish and not a really good a person to be around. So if you're a person that is an energy person that can feel people's energy and feel that the vibration is kind of off, you will feel the same things, or you can understand what I'm saying. In regards to symbolism, when it comes to gold, associated with the sun, and therefore relates to abundance and power, high ideals, wisdom, and understanding, which I just mentioned. It is mentally revitalizing, energizing, and inspiring, and helpful for fear, uncertainty, and lack of interest. Pale gold is excellent for depression and sharpens the mind. As with silver, gold, unless metallic, is not a true color, but a representation of metal gold, and is therefore always somewhat limited as a pigment. So it's just saying that basically gold is not a true color, it's a representation of metallic gold. So it's not a true pigment of gold, but you know, however, it does help with, someone that's suffering from depression and lack of interest or uncertainty, and that usually falls into the category of fear. Also, with gold, the stones that work with gold is we have sapphire and gemstone and citron and gold opal, tourmaline, agate, and diamond. I wouldn't think tourmaline, but I guess some rough tourmaline maybe have some gold elements to it. I have a citron bracelet right here, and it has some gold to it. So hopefully you can see this gold right here, that's citron. So that is something that actually helps give you that abundance and that power. And you know what? They didn't mention pyrite, but pyrite is gold too. So you see this. This is the pyrite right here. And I just noticed that one of my, well, supposed to happen. I had another hematite right here and it came off. So it was two of them, but there's only one. See, but the pyrite is this right here. This is pyrite. And this is a gold similar as well. And then also, if you don't have like, you don't have to have like a beaded bracelet, but I have also a necklace, round necklace, but I have this necklace up here, which is 14 karat gold. So you can see that right there. And that also helps with the abundance and power and all the things that you're trying to attract to you as well. So everything in moderation is always tell people too much of one thing, it overdoes it. And that makes you greedy and deceitful. So you have to have a balance. So it's all about balance. So we'll talk about that on another episode as well. But this gold, we're completed with the color gold. So let's go to white. So white is a color of purity, um, youth, innocence, and neutral. So that's the color for white for the positive attributes or keywords. And the negative keywords is coldness, isolation, didn't think that, and blandness. So those are the keywords for white. And white actually aids mental clarity, encourage to clear clutter or remove obstacles, evoke purification of thoughts or actions, enables fresh beginnings. In some Asian countries, white symbolizes death and unhappiness. White is also associated with neutrality and peace. Here's a white flag for surrender. Doctors and brides wear white. And however, too much white can give feelings of separation and can be cold and isolating. So white is used in different traditions and culture, as I just said. In Asian cultures, it's usually seen for death and unhappiness. But doctors wear white coats, which symbolize white, and also brides as well, and it symbolize purity. So when we think of those things, we, now we have the association of white, but it also, if we use too much of it, can actually make you cold and isolated as well. That's why when people go into like maybe like inpatient psychiatric unit or into an emergency room where they may have it for the crisis patients who need to be evaluated for suicidality or mental health. The rooms are usually somewhat a white room, which makes people feel cold and isolated. Or even sometimes, you go into a jail, the rooms are white. So that's the reason why the people in the room we act very cold and isolated when you see just a white wall, white room. So the gemstones or stones that work for this are diamond, sapphire, moonstar, topaz, and quartz. So I do have a quartz, but I don't have a quartz on me to show you what a quartz looks like. So when I think about quartz, I think about clear quartz. Clear quartz is one of the most powerful quartz you have out there. It actually is a cleansing quartz as well. And when I think about white, I think about the crown chakra. So we know that the crown chakra is usually purple, but I believe it's purple. But the crown chakra is purple, and sometimes it actually can go white. And usually, if the crown chakra goes white, it symbolizes, has like a little halo. So it can go from white or purple. Not everyone crown chakra is going to be purple, but some people crown chakra are white. And sometimes people who are very connected to, their God self or God or higher beings, so whatever you want to call it, they sometimes have a little gold little halo over it. So do we remember seeing cartoons where a cartoon like person dies and then they see the little white little cartoon character and a little halo on it? Yes, people can get that as well when they're very connected and their chakras are open and they're connected to the universe. So this is what moonstone looks like. So moonstone helps with fertility. It's a very good stone to have. So this helps with the color white, actually, helping you get that energy of purity and innocence and youthfulness. And who doesn't want that type of that type of energy, right? We want all the energy. We want to hang on to the more the positive than the, the negative things, right? Or I don't like to say negative, but the stagnated or inappropriate energy. So let's go down to red. So red is the color of the root chakra. So the root chakra is the chakra in the pelvis area. So those who know what chakras are, or Reiki practitioners or holistic practitioners, red chakra. So the red chakra is something that works with, family and connection when it comes to, the chakra system. But as far as color therapy is concerned, the positive qualities are for red is courage and strength and vitality, ambition, alertness, and sexuality. So when we see red, especially around Valentine's Day, it's essential. It's a romantic sign. It also is courage. It gives you courage. It gives you strength to take on those battles, adversity, especially if you're being bullied or if you need to confront someone about something, whether it's a client, whether it's your husband, whether it's your children. It gives us that mentality to take that stand, and set that boundary and to have those hard discussions. On the other hand, if you're upset, red is not the color that you should be wearing or be around. But the negative effects of red is aggression and impatience and anger and irritation and strong emotions. So let's go to red symbolizes passion and strength and bravery, danger, energy, fire, sex, love, romance, excitement, speed, and heat, and arrogance, and ambition, and leadership, and courage, and masculinity, power, and danger, and blood, and war, and anger, and revolution. So we got a whole bunch of symbolic isms that red symbolizes, and studies show that red can have a physical effect, including increasing the rate of respiration and raising blood pressure. Red increases enthusiasm and can make people hungry. So I believe I talked on a previous episode. That's why so many fast food joints, and particularly you will recall Wendy's, McDonald's, Burger King, uh, even I'm trying to think of another one that has red in it, that I can't think of it, but just thinking of those three of them, that's why sometimes when we go past those things, it makes us hungry because of the red. We don't realize how much color affects us so much on that subconscious level, but it does. Pizza Hut, that's the one I was thinking of that has red in it as well. So let's go down to the color of orange. So when we say the color of orange, it's all about the sacral chakra. So that's right above the root chakra, which was the red chakra. So the sacral chakra, we're going to focus in on the positive attributes of the color orange. So sociability, social confidence, success, happiness, and balance when you think of the color orange. So the negative attributes of the same color is frustration, irritability, and attention seeking can be orange. So just think when you are wearing the color orange, it has so many positive qualities to it. And when I first learned color therapy, I didn't think orange would have the color of success, but it actually does. And it actually gives you balance as well. So if you need certain stones that actually contribute to orange, the stones would be orange, agate, fire, opal, and also we have carnelian as well. And I forgot to give you the attributes for red too, but I'm gonna go to the simulation for orange, and I'll give you the stones for red. So I don't think I have any orange stones on me to show you, but those were the stones I just read. Orange has a less intensity or aggression than red, being calm, but by the cheerfulness of yellow. Orange may increase sexuality and stimulate the digestive system by increasing appetite. It has a soothing effect on stress, emotional states, strengthening courage, and relieving feelings of inadequacy. The color is considered an antidepressant. It brings optimum and inspiration, in it removes. I'm sorry, I can barely say this. It removes inhabitants and expands interest. So I didn't know, and I learned something new every day. Orange actually helps with antidepressants. So maybe that's why some of the antidepressants that I've seen are the color orange. I mean, orange helps with that. And it also says that it helps better with cheerfulness and it's a better color to wear. So if you're angry and upset, the red is really not the color for you. You should maybe wear that orange. Now, orange will give you that balance. It will bring you that confidence, but you won't be so angry, and it has this soothing effect on your energy level. So try wearing the color orange. Try to get more colors in your wardrobe as well. And we'll talk one day about how if when you wear certain colors during the week will affect you on the days of the week based off of the Vedic astrology system and then also based off of the planets as well. So let's go back to red stones that you can wear as well. So of course we know ruby is red, garnet is red, smoky quartz is red, onyx is red, hematite is red, and we also have, I think that's it for red stones. And then we're going to stop at yellow. So yellow is the solar plex. So it is above the sacral chakra. Then the solar plex is yellow. The positive attributes for yellow is mental clarity, optimism, cheerfulness, self-esteem, wisdom, and inspiration. And the negative attributes for this color is superficiality, cowardness, cowardly, brave, and hyperactivity. So yellow can make people very hyper. It can make them feel very cowardly and superficial as well. So just think back about some people that you may see that may have these negative or yellow qualities about themselves instead of having more of the positive qualities of yellow. From a holistic practitioner perspective, usually when someone is hyperactivity, that means that the chakra system based off the chakras may be overactive or underactive. So you have to get your chakras in balance if you're someone that actually believes in the chakra system and actually understands what it is and how it actually affects not just your mental and emotional health, but affects your physical health as well. One side of yellow symbolizes sunlight and joy and happiness, earth, optimism, intelligence, idealism, wealth, such as gold, because yellow can actually be used instead of the color gold. So if you have yellow, it can kind of bring in that success and that abundance and power that we would like to have. Summertime is great for the yellow, so summer, hope, and freedom. On the other hand, cowardliness, illnesses, fear, hazards, dishonoring, weakness, greed, decay, and aging. Also on the negative symbolic side of yellow. And it stimulates the mental process as well as the nervous system and activates memories and brain activity. Yellow builds self-confidence and opportunities. So you have to be a person who wants to build self-confidence with yourself, want to be optimistic with yourself, and this is the color that helps build that as well. The stones that you can use is actually amber, citron, and zircon. And I just talked about citron for gold, what looks more like yellow, but it's actually from my readings and my study is saying that the citron is more on the yellow spectrum versus the gold spectrum as well. And as I mentioned before, yellow can be used as of gold. So I know in Asian cultures, they will use yellow. We just celebrated Chinese New Year, so we had yellow mums. So that simulates good fortune and success and wealth for the new year as well. Also, too, when we celebrated the new year in the West, which was January 1st, some people actually, a colleague of mine said that, and she's Latina, her mom wears yellow underwear to help bring in the new year as well. So these are just some tips in regards to what things can help bring you that abundance and that good fortune and things that you're looking to actually manifest in your life as well. And again, it's not all just about wearing the colors, it's also about you feeling in and actually believing in the things that you feel like you already have. And as a spiritual life coach, I tell my clients and I tell you guys on each and every episode of Some Vibes, well, at least I try to, it's all about how you feel. So you have to feel like you already have the wealth, success, and abundance. Because if you just wear the colors and you still don't feel like anything is happening, then nothing's going to happen. So it's all based on how you feel and how you put that energy out there into the universe. So again, guys, that's going to be it for part 2 of color therapy. I'm looking forward to seeing you on the next episode of part 3 of color therapy. So make sure you stay tuned for that episode. And for more information about spiritual life coaching services, or about color therapy, or any of the colors that I discussed on episodes of Some Vibes, part 1 and part 2 of color psychology or color therapy, you can always email me, Ayasha, and that's AYASHA at urbansocializenj.com. Have a good week, guys. Talk to you soon, and namaste.